don't know offhand.
I'm trying to pop this thing up. But like honestly, I don't really have like an actual, I guess, preference. Because that's actually a really good question. Because I don't really like.
Never
It's
really thought about it.
yeah. It's kind of weird to introduce the fact that you rap or rapper to people. Because sometimes I think that comes with its own assumptions. So like when people say stuff, I kind of just slide it in like, oh yeah, by the way, I do music, and that's pretty much what I say.
So it's not like a, it's not like
Oh my
I
god,
don't
I'm
know
a
how to put
rapper,
that.
guys.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's not in your face. It's not
Right.
overt. You're not overt with it. It's more of
gonna
a by the way.
Right. I'm gonna hope that stands
Yeah,
up.
people have been talking to me for like 30 minutes, and I bring that up. I usually get an eyebrow raise. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you did something."
See,
I mean,
I know it's gonna fall. And that's the sad part.
trying to, I don't know
I don't
what
know.
I don't know what we could use. Maybe a keyboard over there.
Okay. Here, just like press that on.
Slide it, slide it.
For those that don't know, I'm attempting to make
Yeah.
this live, like
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Attempting to set the phone up.
Right.
See, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see everybody, but it's your phone, so it
Right.
counts. So
I mean, I guess that's yeah. I guess that's true. I mean, I can try to like slide it over or something.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
There.
That's it. Yeah. It's not gonna look right. It's just not gonna look right. I know what we're gonna do. Set this.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we
Yeah.
got a water bottle and a keyboard and a headphone cable are all holding it in place.
Yeah, basically.
The stars are aligning. It's a house of cards, but
Like, I mean, I guess just because I'm not touching that, so
right.
I guess just like share and be like, hey, it's live on YouTube if you want to see it.
Nice.
I think you have my YouTube, don't you? Yeah. So just be like, I would, but I don't know if I'll get that set up right ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
not.
but-
That's a very.
Okay, that shameless promotion. But I don't know. I guess maybe a better question is really how does one go about introducing themselves
Okay.
as a hip hop artist to other
How do you
people?
do it naturally?
I just kind of slide it into conversation, to be honest. I really just kind of be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and if music comes up, be like, oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, I've done a show before. Oh, yeah, this event was great. Oh, event. What event did you do? It was like, what type of stuff do you do? Oh, I do music. I was like, oh, what type of music do you do? Like hip hop music and stuff.
So it's like a series of revelations.
Pretty much, I kind of let them come to that
Yeah.
conclusion.
You just kind of lead them in with all these suggestive, like with all these like provocative things. They're like, oh, the next one leads to the
Pretty
next
much.
one. Yeah, nice.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Trail of breadcrumbs.
Pretty much, because I don't know. I've just never been the type of person to be like, I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
Love me. Like I don't know. I don't know what that involves.
I don't know about the love me part, but the I'm a rapper part to me is a little shocking, just because you're like you've been doing it for a long time now, right? Like how long?
Like
a decade longer, probably, right?
7, 8 years. Actually.
Oh, really?
Like seriously, 7, 8 years. Like I mean, I kind of de-escalated a little bit, but yeah.
Okay.
That feels wonderful that you think I've been doing it longer though.
I would have
That
guessed
feels
about a
good.
decade. Like you started at, you're 25, so I would have
Yeah.
guessed like 24, 20, or I mean 14, 15, something like that maybe.
Yeah.
What
Like,
about you, RC?
I started writing lyrics when I was 11, I would say, and I was recording like on a karaoke machine with a blank cassette on one side and my beats on the other. It only had like 5 beats. My neighbors tried like recycle the same 5 beats, but
that is pure gold.
I wouldn't say I got serious or was actually doing it for real until I was probably like 21, 22. So I guess 7 or 8 years as well.
Okay.
What was your first setup?
My first setup was, I don't know if you remember this, but like the the netbooks they had in high school.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those and like a telephone mic,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and I had it hooked up to it, and like I would go on Audacity. Well, actually, even before that, there was this little thing that was like the video camera function.
Mm-hmm.
I would set it to audio only.
Oh, nice.
And I would just talk into the netbook camera thing.
Okay.
And I would try to do stuff like that, like either having the beat playing in the background and try to like freestyle to it.
Okay.
There was one time, the first actual technical birthday tape that started the whole concept is a terribly made set of songs that was basically just me sitting on my piano at my folks' house.
Okay.
With the netbook set up to audio only, trying to play and like just freestyle whatever the fuck came to mind.
Okay.
And the fact, and then basically what I did was I took all of those, separated them into actual tracks, named them and shit.
Yeah.
But like that was technically my beginning, and I have no idea why my grandparents did not at any moment walk up and be like, "The hell is wrong with you?"
No.
Like they walked up and kind of just like stared awkwardly for 2 seconds and then would just go on about their business.
Yeah.
Because
What's this boy doing?
yeah, like where the piano is like right is like right at the wall where the living room connects to the kitchen. So it's like this wall, and then if that wall extended out a little bit, then there's the way to the kitchen. So they're literally just walking past me.
Right, yeah.
So it's
Going
just
about
like,
their day, going about their like
pretty
what
much
they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's even some old YouTube videos that I have still up from like freaking 2009, 2008 of me just playing on the piano and just BSing. And you can sometimes see them walking back and forth and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my first setup. The first setup for the thing that I actually consider my real first mixtape.
Yeah.
The Angel Epidemic, that was actually done when I got Audacity, because I got that from Keelan. You know who Keelan is, Mitty.
Yeah.
Because me and him have been best friends forever. But I got Audacity from him, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be awesome, you know.
Yeah.
And
it is awesome when you first get Audacity.
Oh god, like so, I'm like, yay! I don't have to just play this stuff out loud anymore.
Right.
I can actually put the beat on here, and I can just record it, and I can control it. So I did that, and like I made like beats on my keyboard. Like you know how it gives you the little drum functions and all that junk like this. It's the Yamaha keyboard you got from a pawn shop, like. And I made beats off of it, like played out everything.
I used to do that too.
And, yeah. And then made a series of what was it, 11 songs? Yeah, 11 songs. Made the little impromptu cover to it, and then put it out on that was May 7th, 2010. And that's kind of the reason why I say 8 years, because in most cases I count from there.
Okay.
Even though technically it should probably be 9 or 10, but
I see. Well,
yeah.
So your first like what you would now consider a legitimate project was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember seeing you walk around at USI and stuff. I remember it was just like, I mean, I would see you walking around and someone told me they talked to you and that you were like super cool. I'd never met you before.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like it's crazy how like Evansville is so small that you like run into people at different times or you pass by them and then later you meet them, and it's, I don't know, that happens so much.
Oh yeah.
It's such a small,
I agree.
like, even though it's what 170,000 in the metro area, it's still like pretty small. I mean, well, especially with the art community, it's pretty.
Yeah, the art community has kind of compressed itself over time.
So let's see. I listened to the Your Secret Time with Tyler. I listened to both your episodes, Your Secret Time with Tyler. But
I still have to listen to it.
I guess I've prepared in that way, and I've listened to Duality.
Yeah.
A couple times actually. Did you have like the beats for Duality? Did you know like those beats were gonna be Duality beats? or were they just beats you had and
A
you were
couple,
like, okay, this will work?
like a couple of them were just beats I had, and then some of the others we actually just built on over time. Like the funniest thing is actually the last beat that was made for Duality is actually the one for the intro, because we pretty
Nice.
much had just about everything else, and I was like, we need an intro.
Yeah.
Intros are hard.
Gloss over or highlight topics on the album within the intro.
Right.
Yeah. So it's almost like a forward a little bit.
Yeah.
There's the last track recounts all of the rest of the tracks, and then it's like a synopsis for provoking atmosphere.
Right.
That's all great. I think trying to record the night of is probably not the way to go about it.
Yeah. Well, I think also the other thing that was kind of problematic about it was that only one person was really handling the bulk of the recording.
Right.
So as a result, you've got several beat makers, you got several artists, and you got several musicians, but you only have one person trying to record it. And I think that was just too taxing to have on one person.
Right. Stephen Horning's great, but
Yeah,
even Stephen Horning can't handle
right.
30 verses.
And I think he did.
Beats being everywhere, and all
Right.
the folders, and everyone's saving
Right.
stuff in different locations.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that he actually had a gig or something before that.
He did, yeah, at Lamasco.
And he had
Yeah.
something to do the next morning too.
Yeah, so he was about burned out.
Oh, I guarantee he was burned out after recording so many verses, and then
I honestly don't know how he lasted as long as he did.
no, it lasted till like 10 a.m. or something, or 8 a.m. I think it was
Yeah.
8 a.m. is when he said he left. At like 6 something,
Right.
7 maybe, somewhere in there.
And see, some of us, like me and Manny talked about it. It was like, some of us that can actually handle the recording or the editing or any of that stuff, we probably could have just chimed in and been like, oh, let's go in shifts, Like, because Manny mixed the bulk of it afterwards, like the stuff that wasn't already recorded, even some stuff that was already recorded. That stuff he mixed it, and then of course I mixed my own tracks and the ones that I would feature on. Actually, the funniest thing is I did Being Young the day after that, like the literal morning.
Really?
I actually recorded to it. Like I did that one. Shout out to Murphy.
Yeah.
But that one, I did the one for Cold Brew. I did the one for what's the one? Well, Get Bigger was actually done mainly by Clay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually did the mixing for that. So we actually,
nice.
we actually recorded that at his place.
Oh, nice. Okay. That booth is crazy in his.
That
house.
booth is so dope.
That's pretty cool.
I know. I gotta see the new one.
Oh, he's got a new one?
Well, I mean, isn't he building on the new one in his place?
I'm not sure right now. I know he was like in between moves, so I don't know what ended up becoming of that.
Well, because I know he had came through the store a couple times and I'd seen him, but but beyond all that, so there was that, and then
Get Bigger is fantastic.
Yeah, he did a great job mixing that. I didn't know he mixed it.
Yeah, he mixed it. Yeah, that was dope. And then
I like the background vocals in several parts of it too.
Oh yeah,
Is that you on the back of the chorus, or is that Jerry? The background of the chorus.
Yeah, that's definitely Jerry.
Okay, because it's kind of like distant. It's perfect, like the way it's done. I'm not saying it's anything bad about it. It's perfect the way it's done, but it's also where I can't really tell who is doing it because you sing too, son. So I thought it could be you or Jerry.
I do not harmonize anywhere near that.
Oh.
I'm being silly, but like for real, Jerry is really good at that. Like that's.
Oh, Jerry's.
Dude,
he's so good.
Like that, he does it in just a subtle enough way. Like even off of 25, like the song we have, Short Goals.
Oh, okay.
Like the harmonizations he put into that, or even into some of his music, that I just really dig it. Like I really think it's cool.
Yeah. He's a skilled guy, honestly.
Very much, and I don't think he gives himself near as much credit for it.
He's real subtle.
Yeah.
With everything he does, he's
But no, the only other one I think that I mixed personally was it was Maybach. No, it was Maybach. And
Okay, that's a Star
me,
City, right?
yeah, and then me and Manny kind of went back and forth with the with Origami and
Okay.
well, Origami and Spitzel. I think I did the final ones for those two, but like we kind of went back and forth with it, trying to figure out. Spitzel wasn't that hard. Origami was like the problem child. I was just like,
Yeah.
I literally had to sit in the car
No.
with
yeah,
my
yeah.
computer hooked up to
Oh my
it
god, that's awesome.
to mix it properly.
Car
'cause,
check.
like, oh yeah, you car test.
car
everything.
check. Car
Car
check.
test everything.
Production. Yeah, that's crazy.
But I was just, but yeah, I kept plugging away at it. So yeah, so there was those, but all the other tracks, as far as I know, Manny actually did the final mixes for.
Nice. Okay. How did 'cause I talked to Kilo about this a little bit, RC, and but I mean he was like he had so many stories. He had the Tech Nine story. He had like a couple
That's
other
crazy.
stories to tell. So we didn't stay on it for very long, but I kind of wanted your side of the on that Rachel Terry beat.
The
you-
rainy afternoon.
And
Oh
yeah, that ended up being the name of it, right? But yeah, how did that even like when you guys were in the car? How did you? Here's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing you came up with the chorus together, and then or Kilo was kind of singing stuff, and
Right.
you guys just decided together what was kept, and then. I'm assuming you guys were just sitting there silently for long periods of time writing your verses
Yeah.
separately.
That it was funny how that came together because I've wanted to do, I think like most people in town, I've wanted to do a song with Kilo for a long time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
In him being there, we just happened to cross paths at some point that night.